Good morning. I would like to dedicate this thought of the day to the moms that have lost their children in the foster care system. I know that it is a very delicate topic, and yet I picked it because you mamas are dear to my heart. When I was 17, my nieces were adopted out at the age of 1 and 5. I remember at the last visit, my niece saying that her stomach hurt and saying that it was just the last visit. I remember leaving there feeling broken and helpless and broken as we continued our path of destruction. A few years later, I repeated the cycle first with my daughter and then with my son. Addiction had such a strong hold on me, just as shame and guilt did. For so many years, most of those years were just a blur. But I recall clearly getting a gun held to my face and with absolutely no hesitation, biting on the end of the barrel, returning the crazed look and silently dared the guy, do it, put me out of my misery. Other similar situations happened, and I can't explain why the trigger was never pulled, but I can say today that I'm very grateful that it didn't. Who would have thought that one day my sister and I would get clean and sober and have the same amount of years clean, coming up on 11 years now. And I'm still in disbelief that my son, who was adopted, comes over and spends the summer or spring. It's been 5 years since my nieces decided to finally meet my sister and build a relationship with them. We have spent at least the last 3 summer vacations together. I can't even begin to describe the sensation I get in my heart when my nieces call me Tia. For Women's Month, I needed to share this message with a woman who may feel like less of a mother or less of a woman because you don't have your children, because it's something I struggle with too sometimes. Hope that this may spark some hope to remind you that as long as we are breathing, which is as long as we will love our babies, that there's always hope. There's always a high probability that our babies will come looking for us. And I want you to ask yourself a sincere question. How do I want them to find me? I know it's not in prison. I know it's not on drugs. Or in the same situation they left you in, or worse, in a domestic violence relationship, putting up with anything from anybody because you're that broken down. Now is the time to start making your way to where you want to be when they find you. And I pray that when they do find you, you're in a position to say, I'm sorry I couldn't do it then, but I'm doing it now. I pray you're able to move forward and repair the unbreakable bond between a mother and a child. Thank you.